happy pre-Friday. We're gonna do some makeup, and I'm really excited because I sit in front of a window to do my makeup because it's like the best natural light in my office, obviously. And it's raining today, so when it's cloudy, it's actually the best light because sometimes when the sun is shining right in, it kind of distorts the color or whatever. So, and I just did my self tanner, so I want to show you guys, like, when I do self tanner, how I just add different colors to my palette. Hi, you guys! It's so good to see you. I'm putting in a comment, and there we go. Now we're gonna pin this. There we go. Yay! Pin. Okay, so there's the you can get a free color match just by commenting match, or you can text me and we can have a conversation, whatever you want to do. First of all, this is the new palette. I filled my new palette. This is one of the new releases that's coming out on Monday. They're very like Disney-ish, but very, very pretty. So I like the foil, like the damask. It's really nice. Anyways, thanks, Nicole. You'll get that in your PM, DM, what do you call it? Like instant message, whatever. We called it instant message, right? Back when it was like AOL, you've got mail days. It was like I am. I know, isn't it so pretty? I like this one a lot. It's really nice. Okay, so I do self tanner. I've never worn makeup. Where do I start? Girl, hit match. We'll have a conversation. Or just text me. I'll help you. If you want to start with this makeup, I like to call this makeup for dummies because it's great for any, I almost said education level, any experience level when it comes to makeup. And yes, we will be in the UK, I think, by the end of the year. So keep following. And if you want to get on my, if you want to get on my list, like my priority list for emails, so that when we are available in the UK, then just comment here and I'll make sure to, I'll make sure to send you an email whenever that we get more announcements for the UK. So we'll be in the UK and Australia this year, and then Mexico at the beginning of next year, we think. Okay, so I've already moisturized, and I have done my SPF. Even though the sun's not out today, I always do the SPF habit. It really is the best and easiest makeup. Thank you for saying that. Okay, so I have been self-tanning. So I have sunspots. I got you. Color for sunspots, color correction. I have them. I have a couple of them too, and some melasma. Okay, you got it, Bethany. I'll send you a message. Okay, so because I do the self tanner, I just pop an extra color in my palette, which I think I might actually add that on my color match form as an option. Like if you want me to match you for the next season also. So like right now you're this, but later in summer you're this. Or when we come into winter, I want to have a selection where it's like right now you're this, but to shade down for winter, you might need this. So I think I'm going to make that an option. But anyways, when I'm in between shades, I just want to make it clear, these shades don't have to be perfect like the liquid foundation, because when they blend, they really melt into your skin, and it's not like liquid at all. Like this, most women can wear multiple shades. So when I color match you, usually I'm pretty spot on, but you'll start to see like what works for you and what doesn't. So right now I know it's the OCD, so I have my creams and all my like face colors, and then I have lip and cheek colors and like lip conditioner and all my powders on another level. Like it's legit. Yeah, Carol, I think you're right. It is a really great idea. I think I want to start adding that option just because I think it'd be nice for ladies to kind of, be prepared for the next season. And they're only $16 a shade. So I think it's really affordable to just have that extra shade in case you need it or whatever. So I don't know. It just works, I think. Okay, so I'm kind of going to these two different shades. As I get darker in the summer, I'll probably only use this main shade. But I just kind of willy-nilly it. Like, this is not one of those makeups where it's like, you got to color in the lines and it's got to be perfect. I hated it when I tried it the first time. With your tips and match, I'm loving it. Yay, Kristen, I'm so glad. It's a little tricky because it's different than what we were taught in 8th grade, right? Like 8th grade, we were like, slay, like put the makeup all over. I'm going to bow out of the makeup video. Oh, hey, Howie. My husband's going to wonder why I have all these palettes. Let him wonder. Let him take a guess. Okay, so I put my main shade all over. Now this is where I think people start to overcomplicate things. So I'm just going to break it down real easy for you. Listen, contour goes where you want contour to go. So anywhere you want to enhance shadows, you can see my naturally existing shadows here. I just want to enhance them. It's not rocket surgery. Do it a couple times and you'll get the feel for it. I have two contours also, a lighter and a darker, just for when I'm up and down in shades, and also it's preference. So I just want to kind of make it clear that these are not, like, this is, I want to say it's not rocket surgery. It's definitely not like an exact science, because you can kind of do whatever you want. And I like to say that makeup should be based on what your preferences are. So when I color match you, definitely probably stick to the main shade. But if you're someone who likes a lighter contour or no contour at all, then don't add it to your cart. Or if you want, if I match you to a brightening highlight, like, you see how different mine's so much lighter, because I like that super bright pop. If you're not someone who likes the super bright, you can always shade up on that. So try to stick to the main shade, but when I send you a shopping list, it's really just my recommendations. There are shade swap options. There's a 30-day return policy. Like, you're never going to be stuck with something you don't like, and there's no like minimum purchases. They took all the yuck out of online shopping. And that's what I'm here to help you with. So don't ever feel intimidated or scared, because all you gotta do is text me and be like, yo, Mackenzie, I'm really struggling with this. Can you help me? The answer will always be yes. I will always be here to answer your texts. That's literally what I do. Like, that, my full-time job is demoing makeup and providing customer service to my customers. That is what I do all day long. Oh, and editing videos. And I found Freedom Barbie, and she's always available for my questions and dumb questions that I'm signing up on her team. Good for you. I'm so glad. Thank you for trusting me. I'm using Ash Contour. So if you're using Ash, you have a couple different options. There are some that are cooler and some that are warmer. So I use the cool. See how it's more gray? But there are some that are a little bit warmer, and they have a little bit more orange. None of them are really orange. But so if you're using Ash, you might want to go to olive. So this one is Ash. This one is olive. This one looks darker than this one, I think, but the olive, I think, would be a really great option. Another great option is Astoria. That's this one. These are not as dark as they look. They just apply in a way that's just like, they're just a little bit darker, but it's not crazy. So this makeup is not something, and you can also send me a selfie too and be like, hey, I'm not crazy about this contour. Which one do you recommend? And so usually it's based on like your hair color and your eye color and all that stuff. So that stuff I can totally help with. You just got to shoot me a text. No, you never have to, you don't have to sign. That's the one thing I don't like about other direct sales companies, is there's always like, well, you can get it for this price, but you could just sign up and you got to do a minimum purchase. Never. This is just like a retail store. It's just e-commerce, like that. It's just online. So you just buy what you want when you want it. That's it. Just like if you go to Ulta, what you want when you want it. There's no subscription or anything like that. So yeah, that's it. There's no minimum of anything. Same thing with the artist program too. Like, you know how, like, have you ever done direct sales? Like, a lot of people have signed up for direct sales, but then you have to, like, I don't have poor connection. You have to maintain a certain like sales minimum or whatever. You don't have to do that as an artist here, which is, I think, a really great option for women who just want a little bit extra income, or you just want a little bit of extra whatever. Yeah, I'm pretty good at color matching. I've gotten pretty good. I have a pretty good knowledge of these shades. So when I color match you, I'm usually pretty good. But if the shade is off or wrong for any reason, all you have to do is let me know. Say, hey, Mackenzie, I'm not sure about this color. What do you think? I'll usually ask for a picture with your makeup on. And then from there, I'll say, oh, maybe you could try this shade. So I think that, like, if you can trust me to work with you and kind of guide you along the way, then it'll be great and you'll really, really love it. Okay, so you can see my contour. It's not that dark. It's just a little bit to enhance. I kind of do like around the top of my forehead and then kind of where the cheekbone, where I want my cheekbones to be enhanced. Super easy peasy. And then the lightest color, the brightening highlight, I like this color, super, super bright. You don't have to do it this bright, but if you like it, you can. Totally up to you. But what I like to do is kind of create that brightness right in my T-zone. And once you blend this in, it really melts into your skin really nicely. And the reason that we want to add brightness here is because whenever you apply a lighter, so you have the darkest shade here and the lightest shade here, and it just starts creating dimension. Like you get the light and the dark and the push and the pull, and you're starting to create shape, right? So when you pinch the brush, do you hate it when I do that? This is, I use one, like you can use one brush. There are multiple different brushes. So like if you just want to use the detail brush instead of pinching this one, see what I mean? It's the same density. So you can use one brush, but I like using multiple brushes. It's totally preference. Like you don't have to get all the brushes. They all serve a different purpose though, but they are all double-ended, and they're really good quality, and they were created specifically for this cream makeup. So the density is what makes it different, than, see how I just squeeze it? The density is what makes it different and better for this makeup. So yes, you can use your own brushes. Like a lot of people are like, I have brushes. Can I use those? Yes, but the difference is the softness. Like you'll get bristles that are just so soft and bendy, and you're like, it's not blending. These brushes they're the perfect density for this particular makeup. So I recommend getting at least one, but again, like I'm not your mama, do what you want, you know what I mean? I have OCD and ADHD, so I bought all of them. Same! I can't, like, I have FOMO. Like, I have FOMO if, like, I need all the things. Or else I will be sad. Okay, so I just used my main foundation shade, which I did the self tanner last night, so I kind of in between these two shades. Oh, yay! Thank you for trusting me. How is Stuart? Oh, thank you for asking. Stuart's doing much better. He went to the vet. He got a teeth cleaning, so there's no bacteria. His head tilt is even better. He's not as dizzy. He's still an old man, so he's slowed down a little bit, but he's still a good dog, and he's feeling much better. Thank you so much for asking. Okay, so main shade, brightening, highlight, contour. And for you, I'll match to just one. Like I won't match you to 100. But this does kind of show you that you can add multiple shades in your palette, and don't be afraid to explore with the colors. If you try a contour and you're like, I'm not crazy about that on me, let me try a different one, then you can just shade swap it. It's no big deal. Oh, I will. What resort did you stay at? The Atelier? Is it Atelier or Atelier? I don't know. But it was really, really beautiful. It's super long, like a cruise ship. So you always had to walk like the distance, but they had like golf carts and stuff. Okay. And then the next thing I'll match you to is a bronzer. I really like bronzer. As you can see, it's a little bit more warm than the contour. So that's kind of the difference there. So when I come into my bronzer, it kind of goes where the contour goes. This kind of gets confusing sometimes, but if you just remember in the valley on top of the mountain. So like in the it's cool. It's like cold and chilly in the valley, and then on top of the mountain, the sun shines, and so that goes on top. So you can kind of get a feel for contour goes in, bronzer goes on top. I need a palette for home travel and also no reason. I have 60 palette. Like I can't. And then you just change your mind and you want to switch the color. The best blending brand. The 3D brush is hard for me to get the makeup to look even. Okay, so my question is, if you're having a hard time blending, are you swirling your makeup or are you tapping it in? Because any of the brushes that you use, you should be able to just tap like this and just get it to really melt into the skin. So I'm wondering how much makeup you're using. So if you're using a little bit more, it might be harder to blend. So then it might be really thick. And if you're using more, I wonder if the shade is right, because if the shade is wrong, we're typically going to use more to try and get the coverage we want. So that could be a thing, is the shade issue. And those are all things that you can text me for and be like, hey, I'm struggling with this, or I'm struggling with this brush. What am I doing wrong? The 3D brush is this one. This is the one that comes with the collections. So it has this little pointy end here, and then it has this kind of medium coverage end. So that one is very, very similar to this one. This one's just a little bit more round. So when you're blending, try blending like this and pressing it in instead of, like, there should be no sweeping. You should not be dragging makeup along your skin. And if you do, you should not be bending the bristles. So like if you do light dusts, just don't bend the bristles. And then a fluffy end will give you a sheer coverage. And the fluffy end is usually like the bristles are more bendy. So that's when you can bend the bristles. So the brush makes a difference. All these things make a difference. It's kind of wild. And these are things that you can learn. But definitely text me and I can help you specifically figure out what you need. Yes, blend up to Jesus. I have it, you guys, at the merch. I did, this one's on my merch store too. It says Pretty Girls Don't Math, and obviously pretty girls can math too, but it's just funny because I don't math. But those are on the merch store. So if you want a link to the merch store, you have to get the shirt that says blend up to Jesus. And there's another one that says, don't blend your makeup like a psycho or something. It's really funny. This is the blush and bronzer brush. It has a small rounder end and a bigger rounder end. Hey babe. He's mad at me. I ordered DoorDash and then he went to get the food because I asked him, and then I ordered DoorDash and then I didn't realize that he had left to get the food. So I'm in trouble. He's mad. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. It's you should be worried about.
I'm sorry. Caitlin, hi! Oh my God! Thank you so much. The blonde looks blonder because I tanned. That's the only reason I think it looks a little blonder. I'm going to add a little bit more brightness with my fluffy brush just right here. I rinsed, but I still have to do a good face wash to kind of even out the tan. So it's a little wonky right now, but the new self tanner that I use is called Pasty Girl, and they don't have like different levels of darkness, by the way. Like it's just one level, and then you just add another layer, like if you want darker. But the first layer is really, really pretty. It has the anti-orange tone, so it has like the violet kind of tone, so you never look orange. So if you want the link to it, I have a discount code. You demonstrated Psycho one time and I thought, oh, that was totally because like this is blending like a psycho when you're like going all over your face, because then you're just like getting all willy-nilly with the mix in, and it's wild. Like you kind of want your makeup to sit just right where it is. And then on the second layer I have all my lip and cheek shades, and I've kind of been like mixing them so I kind of pick up a little bit of everything, and I just kind of dust it on. And notice I'm using, when I'm light, if you treat your creams like a powder, you'll get a better finish. You'll pick up less. You'll be able to like dust it on a little bit more like lightly, but it'll still give you coverage. And that's what's cool about this makeup. And that's why these pans appear a little bit smaller, that you're like, oh, that's really small. That's not going to last a long time. Yes, huh? Like, yes, huh? These, you need so little and it'll go a really long way. Oh my gosh, Grace, you're so sweet. Thank you so much. Okay, Dana, I'll send you the link. Type the word pasty, Pasty, and see if it automatically sends you the link for the Pasty Girl, because that's what it's called, Pasty Girl, self tanner. So type the word pasty and tell me if it does it automatically, please. I don't know. I'm doing my best to set up more automation so that people aren't waiting for my response, because my social media is kind of a zoo. So I've been trying to and all that jazz. So, yeah, let me know if it comes to your PM, DM, IM, whatever, private message, direct message, instant, I don't know what you call it. Okay. So then those are my lip and cheek shades. I have these illuminators here. I have a darker one, kind of a medium one, and a light one. These all, oh yay, I'm glad it worked. Okay. So these are all different illuminators. But these are not, it's just the hue of the shimmer. Like it doesn't actually show up on your skin like that full coverage. So when you take your brush, you just kind of willy-nilly in all of them or one of them, do whatever you want, and just kind of lightly tap this on the tops of your cheekbones. The idea is just to transfer the pigment from the tips of your bristles to your skin. So there should be no mashing of the brushes ever. Never, ever. And you just see how I'm using like 2 or 3 bristles, just super light. That's how we should be using our brushes. And sometimes it's just a matter of how you're using your brushes that makes a big difference with your makeup. So if you're struggling with makeup, try using a different brush, try using your brush differently. And those are things that I can help you with. So if you text me and you say, hey, Mackenzie, I'm struggling with this. This is what I'm doing. I can offer you suggestions on how to do it differently. Because you know how like when you like, I used to watch YouTube videos all the time of like all the different makeup influencers, and I was like, oh, that's cool. How does she do that? And they never explain what brush they used, why they used it, how they used it. It was always just like, use this color. And then you're like, okay. And then you look like you got gangbanged by the Crayola bus. Like it's bad. And you look like you have black eyes and it's awful. So my goal is to help you learn not only like the colors. I don't want to just sell you the makeup. I want you to feel confident wearing it, right? Like I feel like so many of us are not confident with makeup because we were never taught how to use it. And if we were, usually it wasn't properly. And then, you know, you're just doing the same thing that you did in 8th grade and it's kind of dated or whatever. So now I'm just using my setting powder to tap into my inner corner here and kind of right here. So the setting powder kind of gives you a blurred finish. It creates a little bit more brightness and it controls oil and sets your makeup there. So I love using the setting powder there. If you need setting powder, like if your face is like oily or you're like, oh, I look greasy, I need setting powder, there's too much makeup or it's the wrong shade. If you need setting powder, like you're like, I have to mattify this, you're probably wearing too much or the wrong shade. So text me. And also, if you have oily skin and you're like, I don't want to wear cream makeup because of oily skin, because that was me. Excuse me. Try this makeup because when your skin is oily, it's usually a sign that there's not enough hydration. This makeup does not have any alcohols in it or drying ingredients. There's only 11 ingredients. One of them is beeswax, which is really healing and good for your skin. But if you start introducing hydration to your skin without evaporating, without it sucking the moisture off your face like most liquid foundations do, then your skin will be like, oh, I'm being hydrated. I don't have to produce as much oil. And within about a week, week and a half, you'll start to see your skin changing. And then even when you take your makeup off, because it's been hydrated all day, obviously I'm big on skincare, like make sure you're using the proper skincare and everything, but you'll feel how glowy and soft your skin is even after you take off the makeup. And so that's what I love about it, is even when you take it off, your skin feels really, really good. So try to follow my guidance on that, because I'm telling you guys, I eat, sleep, live, and breathe this makeup because this is my livelihood. This is, you know, how I connect with my audience and other women. So please know that I will do everything in my power to make sure you feel confident with your makeup. So that's how I'm going to change the world, one makeup palette at a time. Okay. So, yeah, see how I'm just creating like dimension, like lights and darks and cools and whatever. How is this makeup with dry skin? So it's hydrating, right? So no matter your skin type, whether it's oily, it's going to create hydration and stop the oiliness. But also if your skin is dry, it's just going to give it the hydration that it needs. So if you have dry skin, try this. And also for dry skin, try the Saint Skincare. I personally don't like the Saint cleanser and toner just because I feel like it's too gentle for me. But the cleanser, toner, and also the cream, the Saint cream, have milk. It's milk based, so it's lactic acid, which is naturally exfoliating, and it has like anti-aging properties, and it helps to it helps the moisture, and it helps the texture and all that. So if you're someone with dry skin, try the cream at least and see what you think, because I think it'll make a big difference. It's very, very thick. And it really just, the milk and a chef's kiss. Like, I think you'll really, really love the cream. She was like, your skin is so radiant and glowing. I'm telling you. And I did a video the other night of my 10-year-old son putting on my makeup because it was something he wanted to do and he thought it was fun or whatever. Orders from Canada. Yeah, we're in Canada. Send me a match request. Just comment match and I can match you and you can order for sure. So anyways, my 10-year-old son put on my makeup in the best, bless his heart, the best way he knew how. And it looked crazy. Like I'm like, you're crazy as a bed bug the way he put my makeup on. But when I blended it, I was like, that's actually not bad because of the finish. Like, it wasn't perfect. There were some wrong colors because he's a 10-year-old boy, knows nothing about makeup. But it was interesting that when I blended it, I'll show you. I'll post the video as soon as I edit it. But he did. I didn't touch it. He blended it, and it really looks kind of good. So like, you can't F it up. Like, I promise you, if my 10-year-old son can do my makeup and it not look crazy, like I said, obviously it wasn't perfect, but like, it was good. Like, I would have gone out of the house with it, to be honest with you. So I thought it was pretty interesting. Anyway, so that's pretty much my whole face minus my eyeshadow, which you can pop on any kind of shades, which I'll do an eyeshadow video after this. Another thing I wanted to mention, and something that might be valuable to have in your palette, is this lip conditioner. There's a cherry, vanilla, and peppermint. The lip conditioner also has the skincare in it. So when you apply the lip conditioner right here under your eyes, where it's a little bit more creasy, a little bit more textured than the rest of your face, when you apply that there and then apply your makeup, it takes away that crepiness. This is the driest area on our face right here, and it's the most textured. So whenever you apply the lip conditioner there, the skincare is in it, and it really, really helps to kind of take away the obvious kind of dryness there. But also, this makeup won't settle or crease and cake and lines and everything because it's cream, so it moves with your skin. My hair gone. So you'll really love it. So no matter your age, even if you have mature skin, this makeup will work for you. You will love it. And I just think it's just a matter of allowing yourself to try it, get a hang of it, and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, like this makeup is literally the best. And you just got to trust me. If you can trust me, I promise. I always like to say I can't have my customers running around all willy-nilly looking crazy because it's bad for business. And I mean it. This is my livelihood. This is my full-time job. And I know what it's like to not feel beautiful, to not feel pretty, and to have everyone remind me that I'm not pretty and that I'm fat and like all these things, right? So I know what it's like to just want to feel pretty. And I feel like I want to make sure that as long as I'm here, I want to make sure that the women that I encounter feel beautiful, feel confident, and know what they're doing so that they feel pretty every single day, because I feel like we don't feel pretty. We don't. And it's sad, and it makes me sad, but what do you do? I'm adding some lip color. Look, I put on this purple. This is the grape. This was the limited edition grape color that came with the Fruit Punch collection. And everybody's like, oh my God, it's so purple. It's just a cool tone. It's not bad. Everybody's like, how do you wear that one? And I'm like, on your lips, I guess. Anyway, so comment match here or text me. I posted my number. And let me know, like, if you want to be, if you want to get added, if you want to date as well, but definitely get a color match. Buy this makeup. There's new releases coming out on Monday. So if you want to get a color match, and then whenever you put your makeup in your cart, it'll be ready to go for Monday. When Saint has new releases and sales, usually things sell out quickly. So I always recommend having your cart ready. And then when you wake up, just go ahead and check out. The people that wait till the next day, they're like, dang it, it's gone. And I'm like, yeah. They're not really good with the like whole demand thing. Like, I don't know if this is like a funny game they play, but it's not very funny because things sell out and everybody's pissed. And it's like, why can't you just add more? I don't think they realize how big the demand is for like, you know how much people love your stuff, like add more products. But when you get a color match, I'll create like a shopping list for you. And when you add makeup to your cart, so when you start adding shades to your cart, you'll start getting a credit for the palette. So the palette credit is usually commensurate with the amount of makeup that you buy. So like the more makeup you buy, the bigger palette you'll need. So you'll earn more credit. And so you can use that towards these new designs. So really cool. Anyways, thank you guys so much for being here and hanging out with me. Happy pre-Friday. I hope you have a wonderful day. Get your color match and trust me to help you. Please trust me, you guys. This is you guys have been my pride and joy because I've just been so honored to help so many women find their beauty again. So, thank you for being here. I love you. Have a good day. Bye.